So we are fortunate that he's here in Houston. He'll be here tomorrow also. He has multiple programs lined up. Tomorrow Bhagavatam class in the morning, and the evening Sunday feast class. And also there's a program at the farm, Bhakti Urban Center. So please, take this opportunity and hear from Prabhu. So without any delay, I'm going to give it to Prabhu here so he can enlighten us today. Haribol. Hare
महामंत्र की श्रील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादि पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद।
Whose car is MXH4958? I think somebody is parked in the neighbor's driveway.
It's an Acura.
It's an Acura, green color Acura. Green Acura. In the guard street.
They're blocking somebody's driveway.
Owner is nice.
MXH4958. If you can park on that side of the house, my neighbors, nobody is there, you can park behind the car. That's
There is a space across the street is also empty.
okay. Sorry.
So, this is a very special session this evening. This is the topic, reach out compassionately to suffering souls. You are seeing Prabhupada practically doing it. In the picture you are seeing it. So I saw Saranga Thakur Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam Prabhu. Welcome. Krishna. You have a chair to sit?
Yeah,
Come here, Saranga Thakur. They have place here. One more person also can sit here.
Just like this program, we did one program in Baltimore some years ago, 3 years ago. Now there are about 30-40 students now. And these students are brought to Krishna consciousness by Grihastha devotees. Prabhujis, there are 4 Prabhujis and 4 Matajis taking their own program. They are taking. Each of them have like 10-15 people with them. And another 7 are distributing books, and through that they get contacts and give it to these couples. That's what they are doing. So today many have come. It's a very great hope for your Houston temple. See, you can keep this picture in mind. I'll bring it up later. Shifting from mass preaching to targeted grooming. You see, we do Rath Yatra, we do Janmashtami, we also do sometimes big college programs, or sometimes Bhagavad Katha for 1 week, 7 days in a row. These programs are like places where people come like waves of ocean and they go back like waves of ocean. You can't count anybody as your own in such a vast mass programs. People just come for darshan and go back. But that is what is counted by most people as success in this world. When people say, oh, so many thousand people came, huh? Such a, so many plates of prasad were distributed, which is, I don't say it is not success, that is one type of success. But according to Srila Prabhupada, if you see, a greater success is what he personally did. He went to targeted grooming. What is the targeted grooming? Krishna says, Manushyanam sahasreshu kachit atisiddhiye. Yatadam api siddhanam kashin mam veti tattvataha. I'll just show you another picture that will make this point very clear. See here. See, beneficiary means they are occasional visitors to temple and they appreciate ISKCON's activities. Correct, no? They say, very good, ISKCON is very good. I like ISKCON. Some people say like that. Why? Prasadam is wonderful. Darshan is wonderful. People are very nice, caring. Then this way they appreciate from a distance. They are called beneficiary. Like you see this photo I have shown here, picture. People visit temple, they may put a coin or something. That is beneficiary. They benefit, but they are not able to do much beyond that. Then contributor. These people are so inspired by ISKCON that they want to give donations. They are occasional visitors to temple. They say, take donation, don't trouble me. Leave me, I don't have time. I am very busy in my business, but take some donation. But once in a while they will give prasadam, the donation like this, and they will personally come and distribute also sometimes. They do that. Occasionally they come. Like our Adani in India, he gave for the Mahakumbh Mela. He was so inspired. Then he said, I will again give big money for the Jagannath Rath Yatra. Puri also he did that. So they are contributor. They start giving funds. They are not only benefiting, but they are also giving something. Then they are committed. Committed means people who like the temple culture, ambience, and the teaching classes also, they like it. Then they go and ask a devotee, is there any weekly program I can join? I like this Bhagavatam classes here, and devotees are very nice. How you are all practicing? I want to know more about your this thing. In some places, there is nobody to put them in a weekly program. So people come and ask, is there any weekly program? They themselves ask. But if you have a table and chair, where you take the people's WhatsApp number and then tell them we have 20 programs across the city, whichever place is nearest to you, you can go. We connect them. They become committed. Committed people means they come for the weekly program, chant 1 round. They are called Shraddhavan. Then 4 rounds, Krishna Sevak. 8 rounds, Krishna Sadak. 12 rounds, they are called Krishna Upasak. And then 16 rounds, Prabhupada Ashray. And 16 rounds for more than 1 or 2 years, they are called Guru Ashray. They may take shelter of Guru. In this way, they grow sincerely, seriously. Somebody asked, after 16, 32 will come? No. Just 16. Prabhupada said, at least 16 rounds. So that means they are giving time to Krishna. In this world, people may give money to Krishna, but not time. But those people who give that time, willing to sit with the divine couple at the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna and acharyas and chant 2 hours every day, they are very special devotees. Those who are giving their time, early morning hours. Actually, early morning hour in America sometimes is very cold in the morning. It's really an austerity. But if somebody can get up in the morning, they are willing to rise up and then take bath and sit in front of the Lord and chant. They are committed people. Then they eventually become committed for the weekly classes regularly. As they start coming for the weekly classes, they are very grateful to the teacher. Oh, the teacher is so nice. Very nicely I am getting enlightened by these classes. Even many American boys and girls also, they like the classes. I'm going to many places nowadays. I never thought Americans will receive it so easily. I used to have a notion that there will be a big gap between Indians and Americans. It's absolutely not true. Actually, there are Americans, many of them are as philosophical as Indians also. They appreciate very nicely to study the Bhagavad Gita directly also. In fact, sometimes they become even more disciplined, very nicely also, provided they get very good training. So that means they are committed to the weekly classes. Then they are the ones who come and ask in the temple, can I do some seva? Hmm. Some of the Matajis do garlands, some of them make jewelry, some of them make dresses, some of them come to cook, assist in cooking. And similarly, some of them form groups of congregation and help in Sunday, correct? That kind of service and all they do. These are committed people. And above that is dedicated people. Hmm. These people take lead as head of the department. Like some devotee comes forward and says, now book marathon is coming, leave it to me. I will run the department. The December marathon month, I will galvanize the energies of the congregation and youths and everybody, and we will bring this core of 5,000 books or whatever, 10,000 books. They take lead in festival management or in book distribution or Janmashtami management, things like that. Dedicated people are leaders and committed people are followers. And one dedicated person will attract many committed people to work with him. Some of them are able to lead. Not everybody will lead. Some of them can lead. Because leading involves both, being strong as well as mild both. One has to be soft and gentle with devotees, at the same time be firm enough to get the work done. And then missionary. Missionary people means they're breathing Krishna every moment. Breathing means how this mission of Prabhupada can be expanded far and wide. That is their constant contemplation. Wherever they turn around and see, they will convert it into opportunity for giving books, giving knowledge, bringing people to Krishna consciousness. So those type of missionary spirited people are also most wanted, which is very rare. So you are able to see they can go to any part of the world, start a center, and by expanding preaching, he or she is constantly thinking of how to expand Prabhupada's mission everywhere. Now you all may have a question, why should we progress in this pyramid from bottom to top? The more you go up in this pyramid, you become very dear to Lord. Lord Krishna says that. Tasman manusheshu kaschin me priyakrit tamaha. He says that in this world, anyone reaches his message of Gita to people, you become very dear to me. Most dear to me, he says. Priyakrit tara, priyakrit tama. Superlative. You become most dear to me, he says. Now, let me explain to you with the example. See, one father had 3 sons. He gave them each of them one lathe machine. You know lathe machine? He gave them a lathe and told you can put up a workshop. Better you can earn money with this, and you are getting married now and then maintain your family. So the father came back after 5 years, after traveling across the globe. He came back to see what his 3 sons have done. So one son, the youngest son, he was telling that, thank you, Papa, you gave me a lathe and now my business is going well. Whatever monthly expenditure I need, I am able to, maintain myself with this, my wife and family with this. He was thankful. He took the father to workshop and showed him this much work, job load I am getting and everything. He has a second son. So he saw the second son had 24 lathes because he had expanded the business. And father was very happy. And he was sitting in the corner in a cabin. He had become a manager of all those 12 missions. He employed the people and he was getting that. Then father saw the third son. In those 5 years, he had built a beautiful house. He asked, hey, I gave you a lathe, what happened? He said, father, sit with me, I'll show you. He just opened the computer. In the country, he had opened up 2 dozen branches. He had sent people to different places, and then he told the one, you gave me 1 lathe, but now we have 2 dozen workshops opened in different places, and all are very active. And then he flew his father to some of those places and showed, and the father understood that, and this is what our Prabhupada did, if you see. Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Thakur had many disciples, but amongst them, if you see His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, he came in his old age, at the age of 70 to America. You all know the first meeting of Prabhupada with Bhaktivedanta Thakur. At that time, Prabhupada was a Gandhian. He wanted freedom for India, so that India can also reach out Vedic knowledge to many people. But his guru told you don't have to wait for freedom. Even otherwise you can distribute the knowledge. This is the eternal knowledge. He told him this is emergency. He said it cannot wait. And that really convinced Abhay Babu, and he became, he told on that day I accepted him as my guru, and he was very happy that Lord Chaitanya's message is in right hands, isn't it? And on one meeting he went from Desh Prem to Krishna Prem. In one, heart transformation happened in one meeting only. After that he said, I want to take Diksha from him. When he took Diksha in 1922, in that meeting, as well as 1922 he met him, 33 and 36. In 2 letters, he got instruction from Guru that if you reach this message to the people of the West, that will do good to you, it will do good to the whole world, his Guru told him. So that really he took it to his heart. So therefore he started ISKCON society. And his Guru also another time told him, if you ever get money, print books. Therefore he started BBT. So to fulfill these 2 instructions, he made one ISKCON and BBT. And he expanded it so far and wide. And then he came to West here, so many branches he opened. Then started with New York, then San Francisco, then LA, then London, then Russia, then Australia and Canada, all the different places. 108 centers he opened in just 12 years. So here is example like the eldest son I was telling you, he had opened multiple branches. Our Srila Prabhupada also did. Now let us go to the foundation of this, How Prabhupada could do that successfully, that is because of this targeted grooming. Targeted grooming is what? You take a few serious people and then they in turn take responsibility in different places. Because you won't be able to preach to 10,000 people. Prabhupada gave an example. If you have 100 disciples a Guru had, 10 disciples he will train. But those 10 will take care of 10 each. So then they get personalized attention. In that personal attention, 6 things are done. I will tell you how to remember this. You can remember RSP, TCS, you can remember. You can remember RSP, Radheshyam, Prabhu worked in TCS, you can think like that. Of course, I didn't work in TCS, it's an acronym. It's an acronym. See, R means why such groups are required. In the group, there is relationship between devotees. R is relationship, Pirti Lakshanam. Actually, then one group is like a family. They all come together. Maybe 20, 30 families are together. And they all come together, they attend the classes together. They have a senior, Mataji, Prabhuji. They guide them. So that's a close, very nice group. And the whole group will take one Sunday in a month to cook in the temple. And they will also come and, take up different services. We have seen in Pune this kind of system. Some places they call it mentor system, some places they call it counselor system. Different names they call it. So this is art. And S is spiritual nourishment. Actually, if somebody is guided by a senior devotee, gradually from ABC of the basics of Bhagavad Gita, then you start more and more advanced knowledge you can teach. Bhagavatam, then CC like that. Spiritual nourishment. And P stands for personalized attention. You see, when you meet people in Rath Yatra and other times, they just contact you, that's all. But when they come for the weekly program, they get cultivated. But after they are cultivated, they become serious. That time they want care. Why they want care? Sometimes, that in their family they face some tussles. Parents say that, why are you becoming so much serious devotee? You do the household duty and things like that. Or sometimes their colleagues tease them. Sometimes the service load becomes more and their regular family responsibilities suffer. So they need balance, how to balance. Sometimes among devotees tussles happen. Happen or doesn't happen? It can happen, correct? No? Then how to sort it out? They need guidance from the seniors. Sometimes there are mind trouble sometimes. Mind says run away from all this and just enjoy life. Then they need explanation on how to deal with their own mind. Sometimes, they get tussles from their non-devotee friends. Correct, no? So is training. Once you give them a service, how do you train them? Each one teaches one while being taught by one. Like how many devotees here go for book distribution? Anybody has been going? Yeah. Now these people can train new people. If anybody, any Mataji want to learn book distribution, they can go with her or with this Prabhuji. You just go with them and just watch them, what they say about the books. That's what I do. Vijay Prabhu is going, I just go with him, just catch his dhoti and go behind with him. Just watch how he speaks, how he is able to convince people. My Lord, in just a couple of hours he finished 2 boxes. And that too sitting in the chair. I was standing and pushing people and he was not pushing, just coolly sitting and finishing the books. So we have to learn from those who are expert, correct, no? That is training. Training in everything. Like somebody is becoming a Brahman, they want to dress the deity. They have to learn from, become an apprentice under somebody who is already dressing. Somebody want to give classes, go and attend class and learn for 3-4 years how they give class and everything, then you can give class also. So this is training in any particular seva. And C stands for communication. Like imagine in your community, say 1,000 devotees you have, and we have 50 devotees are under one preacher, which means 20 preachers are taking care of 1,000 devotees. So the temple president, say Saranga Thakur Prabhu, just tells these 20 devotees, please, for this festival we want these services. And what we do in Pune, January to December, every counselor group knows which festival they are supposed to take care. Every month we have a festival. So we already marked and kept. These two groups will run this festival. They very happily do it because they get the chance only once a year. They don't have to every time come. And they actually plan for the festival months ahead also. So the temple load will get reduced also. That way devotees are happy. They get seva engagement. So this is communication. The last one is, the communication is what? Sometimes urgent communications have to be made, messages have to be passed on to people through the WhatsApp groups, we pass through the leaders. And the S is the services, which I told you now, allotment of service. Now communication means, say for example, some Maharaja is coming to the temple, you want to call the people. If you put a notice board, or on the notice board you put a poster, people may not see it. But if you tell the leaders will put in their groups. If the leader emphasizes, then people come. Correct, no? So in this way, targeted grooming is very helpful in communities. See, all of you repeat this. Yare dekha tare kaha Krishna upadesh. Amara ajna guru haya tara yehi desh. This instruction Mahaprabhu gave to one Brahmana in South India, in Kurma Gram. See, understand this Brahmana was a very rich Brahman. He's not a poor fellow. Although he was very rich, he was not happy. When he met Mahaprabhu, he said, my dear Lord, you are a sannyasi, you are dancing and chanting. When I see you, I am caught up in my Grihastha responsibilities. I have fields, I have farms, I have cows and everything, bulls and everything. I feel like leaving everything and going with you, chanting and dancing in ecstasy. I want to renounce everything. Mahaprabhu said, no. Don't say that. You stay at home, but you can be blissful at home. He said, how? If you do these two things. If you chant Hare Krishna and if you preach this message to whomever you meet. Therefore he is saying, Yare dekha tare kaha, Krishna upadesh. Krishna upadesh is Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatam. Study it, practice it, and speak it to others. Amara ajna, he is saying, in your own area where you are living, you become a guru. Guru doesn't mean you become a diksha guru, you are going to give diksha and anything like that. Guru means what? You are a facilitator of a jiva to go back to Godhead. That is guru. You should help a jiva understand Krishna and practice Krishna consciousness and go back to Godhead. Amara ajna guru haya, tari yehi desh. Like that Mahaprabhu told them. And it's true for all of us. Actually Mahaprabhu is a very vigorous outreach personality. You will see that as much as Mahaprabhu is relishing the rasas, staying in the Jagannath Puri and experiencing love of God, he also is instructing his followers to reach out this message. Like one day in the Shiva Sangan, after Mahaprabhu danced and chanted for many days and nights, he called one day Nityananda and Haridas Thakur. What he told them? Shuno Shuno Nityananda Shuno Haridas Sarvatra Amara Ajna Koro Prasad Kati Gare Gare Giya Koro Yahi Viksha Bolo Krishna Bhajo Krishna Karo Krishna Shiksha Bolo Krishna Bhajo Krishna Karo Krishna Shiksha. He's saying Haridas and Nityananda, both of you come here. He called them and told them, in this area, go door to door. Our movement is called a door-to-door movement. And batter the door and people open. What you should ask them? 3 things. Bolo Krishna means chant Krishna's names. Bhajo Krishna means worship Krishna. And Karo Krishna Shiksha means you learn and teach Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. This is all you have to beg people. If every home becomes a mini temple, they do these 3 things. They chant japa in the morning, they read and teach Gita, and they have a deity of Krishna they worship, they will become happiest people. They'll go back to Godhead. So Mahaprabhu requested, so these are the first 2 preaching partners. Who are they? Haridas and Nityananda. See, one time my spiritual master was saying, the spiritual master of the spiritual world and spiritual master of the material world, they both are becoming beggars in the street, going door to door, begging people to chant Hare Krishna, he said. I was wondering, who is that? Who is spiritual master of spiritual world? Nityananda, Balram. And who is the spiritual master of the material world? Brahmaji. Who becomes? Haridas. And both are preaching partners. They're going together, door to door. Like Nityananda was preaching, he said, how we should preach. He's saying that when you, Nityananda Prabhu thought that if I that will increase the glory of Lord Gauranga, correct? No? So what he said, in one of the songs we sing, Adama patita jive dware dware giya Adama Hari Rama Maha Mantra Deno Bilaya Tare dekhe tare kohe dante trina dhari Amare kiniya loho bhaja gaura hari To bole Nityananda bhume gadira Sonara parvata deno dhulate lota This is Nityananda Prabhu's preaching style. What he would do, he's saying, Prati kare kare gya, Adama patita jivar dware dware gya. Here also it is said, he goes door to door and he would bat to the door. When people would come out, he would fold his palms and beg them, please, kindly chant the holy name. Some of them would immediately accept. They would say, oh, you came to our house not to ask anything. You want to give us the holy name. Thank you. They'll take the japamala and they would chant. Some of them would say, oh, sorry, sir, I don't have any time, they would say. He would beg them. If they wouldn't agree, he would offer obeisances to them and tell them, please chant the holy name, I beg you. Seeing him bowing down, their heart would melt. They would say, okay, I will chant one round. Is it enough? One round is all right? Okay, I'll chant. They will agree. If they don't agree for that, he would roll on the ground, it is said. Dhulate lotai. His body was like golden complexion, but he was rolling on the ground, it is said. Sonara Parvata Jeno Dhulate lotai. Seeing him rolling on the ground, they would feel very pained at heart. You have such a handsome body and you are rolling on the ground. Get up, get up. Don't take the trouble. We will chant. Don't worry, we will chant. Relax yourself. They would say like that. And he took grass in his mouth like this. The meaning of taking grass in the mouth is what? It's a sign of insignificance. I am insignificant. I am your servant. A very humble mood. This is the way we should always think that the people to whom I am preaching to, I need those people. Not that they need me. You may say, actually, I have descended in this world to enlighten these people and deliver them. If you go in that mood, no, they will kick on the face. Nobody will come. They will run away. We should always think that Prabhupada cried tears saying that you American boys and girls, you're all expanded mercy of my spiritual master. He said, my Guru Maharaj just sent all of you to me so that I can fulfill his wishes. Like that he said. On the day of Bhaktivedanta Thakur's appearance day, he broke to tears. So we should always think that, people who are coming for our programs are not ordinary people. They are sent by Krishna. Krishna is seeing some sincerity in the preacher and then he is sending them so that he can groom them, polish them and make them wonderful devotees. We should be grateful. So, and we should beg them to become devotees. They should feel sympathy for the preacher. Oh, the preacher is taking so much trouble, let me become a devotee. Isn't it? I have some students who told me, Prabhuji, our senior is, because we were struggling to chant, our senior is ready to write assignment for us. I will write, you chant your own, complete it. And one boy was sick, the senior cooked khichdi and took for him, because he can't eat anything else. So they said, Prabhu, you can't believe our seniors are becoming like our servants. So that is how they should be inspired by the sacrifice of the preacher. There is a famous verse Lord Chaitanya spoke and predicted that, his name will be chanted in every town and village. It's a famous verse. So, See, there are two words used, Bhajananandi, Goshtyanandi. See, Bhajananandis are pure devotees who live in Dham and they just chant the holy name all day. 2 lakh names, 3 lakh names, like that. And Goshtyanandis are those who go out and distribute Krishna consciousness. Now both are pure devotees and both are differently inspired by the Supreme Lord. Somebody told Bhaksan Saraswati Thakur that, see, your Guru Maharaj is just sitting in the Dham, chanting the holy name. He is not preaching, going out and preaching. So Bhaksan Thakur said, you see, he is like the motor, I am like the fan. Like, see, this fan is rotating, but the motor is stationary. He said, he is inspiring me to preach. On his behalf, I am preaching. But Bhajananandis are sitting on place and chanting and spreading the pure spiritual vibrations all over the world. And nobody can imitate such Bhajananandis like Haridas Thakur. But Haridas Thakur also is a preacher, I told you. He went with whom? They both also preached. He did bhajan also and preaching also. Chaitanya also, 18 years he stayed in Jagannath Puri and did bhajan. But he also went 6 years to South India, then he went to Vrindavan, many places he preached also. So, in the eyes of the Acharyas, what is preferred, you may ask. See Prabhupada's writing, my dear Purna Prajna, who says you are a Bhajananandi? Don't be a Bhajananandi. As soon as you become a Bhajananandi, you will be spoiled. You will be spoiled as Nitai has spoiled himself, he is saying. You have an intense desire to preach, so do that. So as far as the Ringam is like that he is saying. So you should preach, he is saying. See here he is saying. Great sages, saintly persons, they are fond of living in a secluded place for their own benefit, salvation. But so far I am concerned, I am not interested for my personal salvation. I want to see that all these rascals, they all become devotees. Shoche tato vimukha chetasa indriyartha maya sukaya paramudvahato vimudhan. I am simply thinking of the rascals who are not inclined to Krishna consciousness, like the Prahlad Maharaj is saying. See, that's a very famous verse. Prayena deva munayaha svavimukti kaman. Svavimukti means those sages who live in Himalayas, they think of whose mukti? Their own mukti. One of the YouTube videos, they were showing that one reporter is saying, now we are in the Himalayan mountains fully covered with snow and here is a, snow Baba. When Baba is meditating in snow, let us go and have a small interview about his experience. So he took the mic and went near him and the Baba got up and ran away. He was not ready to give interview because he Maunam Charanti. He was following Mauna Vrata. So because that Baba is thinking, if I give an interview in the TV, then I'll get entangled. So they want to keep aloof from this world and they want to get moksha. So they worry about whose moksha? Svabhimukti kaman, their own moksha. Maunam charanti bhajane naparartha nishtha. They don't think about the welfare of others. But Prahlad is saying, Naitan vihaya kripanan vimamukshayeko nanyam tadasya sharanam brahmato nupasya. He's saying, I don't want to go back to Godhead alone like those fellows, he's saying. Instead, I want to dispatch all these fellows, my friends in the school. I want to dispatch everybody in the Gurukula. And then lastly, I will also go, he's saying. So this is Prahlad's mood. This is the mood of Sripad Ramanujacharya also. You all might have heard, Goshtipurna gave him a mantra and told him not to give it to anybody. But he went to the top of a Gopuram and declared, thousands of people faithfully bowed down to him and accepted the mantra and went. Later on, Guru was angry and Ramacharya went and bowed down to him and said, Guruji, you said I'll go to hell, I don't mind going to hell. Let one person go to hell and 1,000 people go back to Vaikuntha. When Guru heard that, Guru cried tears and embraced Ramanuja and said, your heart is so big, so great. And he glorified Ramanujacharya. In the same manner, you will find, in Bible, Jesus was speaking to Peter. He says, Peter asked, what can I do for you? He said, instead of being a fisherman of fishes, be a fisherman of men, he said. What is the meaning of this statement? The fishes thrive in water. Similarly, the conditioned souls thrive in sense gratification. And when you take the fish out of the water, it perishes, which means conditioned souls, when they are taken out of sense gratification, you can send them back home, back to Godhead. So, he said becoming a fisherman of men means 99% of the population is going headlong in the direction of sense gratification, creating a ghastly future for themselves. But if devotees of God become, like prophets of God, messengers of God, on behalf of God, we should do God's work in society. We should see in this world 2 types of work we all have to do. One is you have to keep your, body and soul together, food, clothing, shelter you have to bring. And if you have a wife, children, family, you have to maintain them. That's also your duty. You can't run away from the duty. And in this way, maintaining this basic status quo takes so much time that we are not getting adequate time for doing that God's work, ultimate work. God's work is twofold. One is first we have to save ourselves also. Then we can think about saving others. Janma sarthaka kori kara paropakar. Both you have to. And that is spiritual, correct? No? So therefore, intelligent devotee means who? If husband, wife, they can keep their life simple, not complicated. They make their material program very simple. Therefore, we say maximize Krishna time, minimize Maya time. How do we do this? This is a very simple formula. You see, if a husband and wife become very inspired by going out on book table, putting a book table, or going on preaching programs, teach children, teach youths, teach congregation, keep yourself busy. I am coming from Austin. There was one Mataji in the program, she was telling last 8 years, she and a group of 10 Matajis, they are reading 1 hour Bhagavatam daily. Can you imagine? 10 to 11 daily. They're doing it. I was amazed. In Pune also some Prabhuji started for the Prabhujis, Mataji started for the Matajis. Now we have more than 100 groups like that. We call it as a sport, we call it. Sport stands for Srila Prabhupada Online Reading Team. When you announce the sport in the notice board, a lot of people join thinking some games are going to be there. So he said, our game is reading Prabhupada books. So, in this way, now all those ladies who are attending the classes, they are so inspired by reading Bhagavatam, they want to start preaching program now. Correct, no? When you're inspired, you want to give it to others also. In this way, we, I told you about, like I was telling about Jesus, how he has been inspiring many of the apostles, a dozen of them, and then he sent them to different places to expand, isn't it? So Prabhupada says, Jesus is a Vaishnava Guru, he says, because you will say Vaishnava means he feels sympathy for the suffering souls. Similarly, Haridas Thakur is a great Vaishnava, Prahalad is a great Vaishnava, Vasudev Datta. He said, I am ready to go to hell, let all the jivas be liberated and their sins be given to me. Like that he said. Lord Chaitanya smiled and said, see, Vasudev, you are reflecting the mood of Prahalad. For your pleasure, I will liberate all the jivas who are at the moment in this universe. And Mahaprabhu liberated all of them. And the universe became again filled up with new souls. So, but the idea is, great souls are always thinking they are paradukha, dukhi. They feel pain in seeing the other jivas feel pain. They want to, and this is the verse he said. Prahlad said. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he says we can understand a Vaishnava very nicely when we see that he has converted so many conditioned souls into Vaishnava life, taking all risk, preaching for the benefit of whole human society. See the risk Prabhupada took. He got a couple of heart attacks on the way. I was just thinking if any other old man came to America with a couple of heart attacks in the Jaladuta, he would have taken a U-turn and gone back. To preferably stay with sons and daughters, correct, no? Take care of me, take the grandson for a walk, and just be with the son and nearby a hospital so we can be taken care, isn't it? But here is a personality who is so old in age, 70 years, coming to an unknown land, no acquaintances here. That's taking a risk. So, anybody takes such risk, Krishna feels pity for those devotees. And naturally Krishna will come to help them, guide them also. Yeah, this is what I said. Jaimam paramam guhyam mad bhakteshu abhidhasyati. Like that he says. He says, anyone who is engaged in preaching this confidential sense of Bhagavad Gita is very dear to me. Nobody else is dear to me than he. Like that Krishna says to Arjuna. Yeah. Prabhupada says, we are not interested in Kumbh Mela, Prabhupada said. Why do you go to Kumbh Mela? Do we go to get liberated there? Prabhupada said, no. We are not interested in liberation. We have come to preach devotional service. Being engaged in Krishna's unalloyed devotional service, we are already liberated, like the Prabhupada said. You see, sometimes even in Vaishnava society, some people are not aware. They think that we have to go beyond the cycle of birth and death and we have to get moksha. They think like that. Lord Chaitanya said, Mama Janmani Janmani Ishware Avatar Bhaktara. My dear Lord, you can put me wherever you want. You put me in hell, put me in heaven, put me in spiritual world. I am your servant. I am here to fulfill your wish. Yeah, like Prabhupada said, if Krishna sends me to hell, I will preach there also. And he came to the hippie land, which was almost like hell. Like Shiva goes to graveyard, and he is there preaching to the ghosts and spirits and giving them human bodies to deliver them. So Parama Vaishnava means they can preach in any place. So in this way, Vaishnavas don't tell Krishna that, give me a comfortable place, let me go back to Godhead and relax in an easy chair. They don't say that. They are ready to go to any place and reach out Krishna consciousness. That's the mood of a devotee. And at the same time, desiring to go back to Godhead is not selfish. Because it's like a lost child wanting to meet the parents. It's not selfish. Yeah. And in order for us to preach to other people, this is very important. All of you repeat this. आपने आचार्य के ना करे प्रचार आचार प्रचार नामे सॉरी प्रचार करे न केह न करे न आचार आचार प्रचार नामे करह दुई कार्य तुम्हें सर्वगुरु तुम्हें जगतेर आर्य. See, some people behave well, but they don't preach. They keep quiet. But the other people who are eager to preach, but they don't have good character, good behavior. But Haridas Thakur, you simultaneously perform both the duties in relation to the holy name, by your personal behavior and your preaching. Like that, Sanatana Goswami glorified Haridas Thakur. So, we want practicing preachers. What preachers? Actually, we should practice what we tell others to do. Then only our preaching will take effect. It's called as walk your talk, we call it. And we want preaching practitioners. Who are preaching practitioners? Not that he nicely practices but doesn't preach. No, we want preaching practitioners. Those who are nicely practicing, you should push them to preach. Those who are preaching without good conduct, you should tell them, hey, walk your talk. Both are important. See, from here I have shown 5 things. Look at Prabhupada's eyes, they're glistening with compassion. So just like Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu one day told Nityananda Prabhu, "Oh Nityananda, you are a better preacher than me," he said. Nityananda said, "My dear Lord, I am your servant. Why do you say I am better than you?" The Lord said, "See, you are a love-awarding preacher. I am a chakra-wielding preacher." He said, when Jagayamadaya came, I took a chakra to cut their heads, but you awarded even to Jagayamadaya love of God. So you are better than me. You can tolerate the mischievous nature of living entities and give them Krishna consciousness. So you are better, he said. Nityananda Prabhu said, "My dear Lord, I am like a body and your order for me to preach is like a pran, life. So without your order, my preaching will be impotent, ineffective. Therefore, you are greater than me because it's only you who is maintaining my life," he said. So in this way they were glorifying each other. So in one place in the 9th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Vishnu tells Durvasa Muni, there are 2 qualities in the heart of my devotee, charms me very much. One quality is they don't even desire moksha also. They simply want seva, premaya seva. Second thing he says, the crest jewel quality of a Vaishnava is Vaishnava's compassion. Lord says, even I am not as compassionate as my devotee, Lord is saying. Because in Gita, Lord told Arjuna, Krishna vinna vichalayet, he says, if some living entity is not interested in me, leave him. Don't chase after that fellow. Let him get some kicks and come back. Whereas the devotee says, no, let me chase behind the devotee and somehow attract the devotee to come to Krishna's lotus feet. So Lord says, Nityananda had that nature, Prabhupada had nature. See, Prabhupada chased after very difficult to preach living entities, correct? No? That's the compassion of a devotee. Even Lord adores that. You see? So the spiritual passion of a devotee comes out as compassion, working to deliver the fallen conditioned souls. Yeah, see? Prabhupada crossed the oceans to fulfill the instruction due to intense compassion for the suffering souls. His Guru told that urgency, I told you, correct, no? So one is Prabhupada's compassion, and Guru told the urgency of it. Thirdly, the spiritual anxiety that he took. 1 year Prabhupada tried to reach out the message to people in New York in the freezing cold winter, but nobody came for the classes. One day, sometimes 2-3 people would come. One day it was a rainy day, nobody came. Prabhupada put on the recorder and he just spoke continuously, and that later on was transcribed and made into Introduction to Bhagavad Gita. What we read now. That's what he spoke one full day. Whatever he spoke was transcribed like that. So his guru told him, if no one comes for the class, what do you do?
Preach to the poor.
Preach to the poor. So he actually preached to us one day. And that's what is Introduction to Gita. That has come out as a small book now. So then after 1 year, not getting any support from anybody, that 1 year if you hear, you will cry tears because 8 defeats Prabhupada faced in that period. Because he wrote to this thing, Universal Book Depot, saying that I don't have any money, my money is running out in America. Whatever books you guys have sold, send me the money. They said none of the book is sold. Nobody is interested in your spiritual books in India. And we actually want to give your books back to you when you come back. Like that they said. But Prabhupada had written to them that you can expand your distribution to all over India, he was telling them. So he didn't get any money. Then he thought, let me build a temple in America and then that will be a place to bring the devotees. So like this hall, there was one hall and one hall above. There was one hot man who had that hall. So he said 7 lakh rupees, he said. Prabhupada asked one Padampat Singhania in India, just give me 7 lakhs, I'll buy this place. When you come here, you can inaugurate and all that, he said. But Padam Singhania said, I have a plan to build a temple in America, but a small but very artistic temple. Not a big hall, he said. And I am intending to spend 50 lakhs, he said, at that time. Prabhupada said, out of 50 lakhs, just give me 7 lakhs. If you want, above the 2 halls, we'll make a gopuram for your pleasure. Make it as artistic as you want, he said. And the man said, no, how can we take a old building and make a gopuram? He was not ready. So he didn't send money. Also, Universal Book Depot denied also. Prabhupada sent a letter to one Tirtha Maharaj saying that please get sanction from Indira Gandhi so money can come from India to here so that I can build a temple. Then I can circulate a donation request. Indira Gandhi denied. She said, no, you cannot take any money from here. Tell Swamiji to locally collect and build, she said. So that also got cancelled. Lal Bahadur Shastri was supposed to come to America through Russia. And Prabhupada had already given him first 4 volumes of Bhagavatam. So he thought when he comes I can buy. But then Lal Bahadur Shastri passed away in Russia only. So he couldn't meet him also. That was the 4th defeat also. And he had asked, then he wrote to Sumati Murarji, you only arranged for me to come to America. For your Balagopal, I am planning to make a temple in America. Can you please arrange some funds? Absolutely no reply back from her. That was also like a stone put in a well or something. No sound from her back. That also got defeated. And Prabhupada was wondering, how am I going to generate funds? How will I do it? He became practically helpless. One Mukti Brahmachari said, I want to come and help you. Prabhupada said, most welcome, but take permission from your guru. But then when he went and asked the guru, Guru said, this Swamiji is wasting time in America. People are all materialistic. Nobody will be interested. You don't waste time along with him. He will take a U-turn and come back after some time. So you don't waste time. So he told Prabhupada, Swamiji, my Guru Maharaj says, your attempt to preach in America is ridiculous. Prabhupada said, what? It's ridiculous? Your comment that my preaching is ridiculous, that is ridiculous. Because in the preaching field, even Lord Nityananda was defeated in his first attempt to deliver Jagaya Madai. But he made them devotees in the second attempt. In this way, my endeavor in preaching in America itself is, Prabhupada said, glorious, because it is a desire of Lord Chaitanya I am trying to fulfill. Even if I am defeated, no problem. But eventually the movement will come out successful, like the Prabhupada wrote. There is Olan Sachiprasad Maharaj writes a beautiful sentence. In this way, Krishna stripped off all the help from Srila Prabhupada. Why Krishna purposely put him in a desperate situation like this? He wanted to give 100% credit to Prabhupada for establishing the Krishna consciousness movement. That's how he established. So such spiritual anxiety he took. After 1 year of desperately waiting, one day he decided, I'll go out in the park. He went out in the park. There he sat under the tree and started playing the kartala and singing. And then the rest is history. How he preached and everything. Ki kore bujavo katha barose chahi. Ki kore bujavo katha barose chahi. Sukrave dinahina kono shakti nahi. कृपा कइले कृष्ण अधमेर पति He is asking, how will I make these fellows understand the message of Krishna consciousness? I am seeking your benediction so I can convince them. For I am powerless to do on my own. See, this is the heart of a pure devotee. A pure devotee feels helpless and dependent on the Lord, Ekaki amar, nahi paya bala, harinama sankirtan. I cannot actually do anything on my own. He felt that Krishna is just like a clay, knows very well that Lord is a potter, I am like a clay, Lord can mold me the way He wants. He felt himself like a puppet in his Lord's hands. So, similarly, Lord Chaitanya is telling, I have a mango tree where there are hundreds of mangoes and I am eager to distribute those mangoes. Problem is, some people are shy to come and accept. And I also want helping hands to distribute these mangoes. And what is this mango? Mango is Krishna consciousness. So he is seeking help. So one devotee became a devotee. I asked him what inspired you to become a devotee. He said this verse where Lord Chaitanya says he wants help to distribute, so I came to distribute. So he became a devotee after hearing that. Mahaprabhu said, I want hundreds and thousands of helping hands. So we want cooperation and team spirit amongst the devotees. You see, even if we make 1,000 devotees, but if they cancel each other's energy by quarreling and fighting within one another, then the movement cannot expand. Correct, no? Imagine we have a boat race. There are 10 people sitting. Front 5 people do like this. Backside people do like this. Will the boat go ahead? 5 behind like this, 5 front like this. Boat will be in the same place only. Correct, no? So devotees should not cancel each other's energy. They should use that energy for expanding the movement. So for that we need cooperation and team spirit. Unfortunately, what happens? You heard a story. There were 4 cows who were very good friends. They had big horns also. Whenever the lion came, they would show the horn like this, and the lion would run away. Even lion was afraid of them because they would cooperatively kick away the lion. But one day the lion understood the strength of these 4 cows is what? Their unity. So one day he met one cow separately while they were grazing, and that they spoke in their ears. And after that, all the cows became angry with each other. They went in 4 different directions after fighting with one another. Now the lion attacked them one by one and easily finished them. Correct, no? This happens in devotee communities. Because devotees in the beginning are very simple. Over the years, they become complicated because of Vaishnava, Aparadas and all. And then instead of doing something very valuable to the Prabhupada movement in expanding, they cancel each other's energy by aparads, and they also create a dangerous future for themselves. So that we should avoid that with cooperation, team spirit. And taking personal pain for the welfare of others. He's sitting in the Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami Samadhi. Prabhupada is contemplating on how to write books in such a manner that the Western people of all over the world can understand it. He wrote, he left his eternal home in Vrindavan, even in their old age, and was willing to come to America. All his god brothers were all enjoying festivals in Vrindavan. Prabhupada said, I'm missing my god brothers and friends in India. One girl was sitting in the class and said, Swamiji, if you are feeling so much missing, then why didn't you stay in Vrindavan? Why did you come here? Prabhupada said, if I don't come here, who will take care of you? Who will deliver you? Prabhupada said, if I don't come and give lectures here, how will you all become devotees? So therefore he took personal pain for the welfare of others. See here, how he translated, you can see here. Give this. Just give this there. Okay, I will make it here, correct, no? It should come here, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Srila
It goes there, I don't know why. It goes there. No, here you can. You know how to increase the volume? I can start?
Yeah.
Prabhupada himself is the author of all of the books. He has been acclaimed as the world's most Srila Prabhupada himself is the author of all of the books. He has been acclaimed as the world's most distinguished scholar and teacher of Vedic philosophy and culture. While translating each Sanskrit verse, he refers to books of commentary by previous spiritual masters, and then gives a thorough explanation of the text.
He's checking whether it's on. Very attentive, you see.
Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives in this connection a description of the difference of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and ordinary living being. So this is difference of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and ordinary living being. This has been described in the previous verse. Sarvam Puman Veda Gunan Sutatvyam Naveda Sarvagam Manantamire. The purport is that Supreme Lord, He is omnipotent, omniscient, He knows everything. But the living being does not know actually what is the position of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the difference between the Supreme Personality of Godhead and ordinary living being.
Huh? Like this, he made recordings which were transcribed. Goswamis also. See, Prabhupada exactly followed in the footsteps of Goswamis. The Goswamis were told by Lord Chaitanya to do four things. Excavate the holy places, establish the temples and deities, and then worship the deities, and extract the essence of the Vedic literatures and give it in a very simple format of books so people can read and educate the people and set a good example, isn't it? So Prabhupada also excavated holy places in America. In West Virginia, he excavated a new holy place called New Vrindavan. Then there is a new Jagannath Puri is LA, correct, no? Which is now a new Talavan, where is it? Mississippi, isn't it? Like that he made, and also our, Gita Nagari. So in this way, Prabhupada excavated many holy places even in the Western world and installed the deities and arranged for worship, very strict practices and everything. Proper Brahmins were given Brahman Diksha and everything. So in this way, you can see following in footsteps of Goswamis. See, from this 3-4 slides are there, which are very important for us now, practically. Are we truly pushing our limits in Krishna service? Or have we made a safe spiritual routine within our own comfort zone? Just enough to feel good, but not enough to deeply please Krishna. See, we feel good if 16 rounds are over. Today I am liberated now. You can hang it on the wall. Thank God, till tomorrow, no problem. So, that is called as a safe spiritual routine. And some people don't do aratis also in the morning or evening in their homes. They don't get time. But if at least one arati every grihastha should do, either Mangala arati in the morning, if you miss it, then Gaura arati in the evening. Arati is a very important. Arati is the way, just like we eat food, God eats food through the fire. Like in Agni you give ahuti. Or the arati lamp has 5 weeks, correct, no? The 5 weeks are our 5 senses. If you dip it in ghee, that is false ego. When you burn the wicks, your false ego is being burned away. And you are offering, and you are praising the Lord with the arati. So, we should do aratis, and we should chant the holy name in the morning. Most of the round should be over. Minimum 12 rounds should be over in the early morning. If chanting is over nicely, and you have read a half an hour, 45 minutes Bhagavatam also, and then, therefore, for Grihasthas, one easiest thing I have seen in all across the globe, wherever I have been, morning joining the japa with a group of Grihasthas, and night before going to sleep, some 20 minutes of reading together. Say you sleep at, say, 10 o'clock, say 9:30 to 10, some leader is leading group reading, sport, I was telling you, Srila Prabhupada online reading team. So if one leader is ready to take, many devotees are ready to join. On their own, they don't have initiative to read. But if somebody is leading, they will join. So Matajis can lead Mataji's group, Prabhuji can lead Prabhuji group. So morning Zoom japa, give them support for half an hour to 1 hour. Don't look at the computer at all. Start the Zoom and black out. You may worry about your own chanting. But connecting in Zoom, others are happy that we are all together chanting. Correct, no? So Zoom japa in the morning and 20 minutes to half an hour in the evening. You do this, you will easily see a lot of devotees will become fixed up in their Krishna consciousness by these two things. And weekly once class. And begin with that. Yeah. So, have we become comfortable consumers of Prabhupada's sacrifice, or will we become co-servants in his mission? So, comfortable consumer means we are all in the receiving end. You all agree? Because 1965 situation was different, and now situation is different. So, what a beautiful temple we have here. Temple is ready now. Big hall is available. And now, all over the world, we have millions of devotees now available. Festivals are very great. Prasadam is wonderful. Now, are we becoming consumers of this wonderful comforts, or we are willing to make sacrifice and go out and do something for Prabhupada's mission? So, Grihasthas, what they can do, I have mentioned something here. Why Grihasthas must come forward? They can reach, because sadhus sometimes are not immediately entertained by the common mass of people. People wonder what is this new type of dress, and some people even ask me in the flight and the other places, what is this colored dress and why you people shave like this? Are you monks? Are you Buddhists? People ask. Whereas Grihasthas can reach to any place very easily. You can also have resources like some of the Grihasthas have a basement, a big hall to hold a program. Some other Grihasthas have wealth to share. Similarly, the relationships. And in this way, house program, book distribution, youth preaching. Now, Prabhuji has started youth preaching now. And also our Ananteshwar also starting youth. One of my interests in coming to Houston, I'll frankly tell you, I have met Saranga Thakur Prabhu several times. When I completed my GBC college, they told me that when you go as a global literary officer to America, your main focus should be on the youths, inspiring Grihasthas to take up some youth outreach. If you can reach out to Americans, it's very great. If you are not feeling that directly to Americans will be difficult, then you can also preach to Indians also. Because some of the Indians you are reaching out to now, tomorrow they may reach to Americans. And the devotee children who are born in devotee families, if they become devotees, we can't force anyone to become devotee, but if they volunteer to become devotees, they are very, very powerful because American boys and girls very easily connect with them because their accent is like their accent. And their culture also is quite, it mixes with them. They are very happy to connect with them as friends. So in our youth retreats in Baltimore, Boston and Brooklyn, many of the devotee children have come to 16 rounds also. Like in ISV San Jose, Sukesh Mataji told me after 1 year, I was taking class for 1 year, every month 1.5, 2 hours I was taking. And at the end of 1 year, she told me that, Prabhu, now 8 students are ready to go for initiation, she said. So they are all devotee children. So if devotee children are naturally inclined to join these youth classes, not only they play Mridangam, they do Kirtan, but they also want to listen to systematic lectures. So there are systematic lectures available. I can give you just one link. If you click that one link, you will get syllabus for 2 full years. You will get. So we have been using it in India last 3 decades. We have been using. There are some devotees from India here. Swarup Prabhu can raise the hand. Like Swarup Prabhu and his brother, they both are here. They have been trained for about 3 years, 2-3 years. Yeah, 3 years they have been trained. They can share with you. We have a WhatsApp group also now for the youth outreach and book distribution also, university preaching, correct, Ananteshwar Prabhu? So, Ananteshwar Prabhu, they all have started now youth outreach. Any of you wish to join, you do a very great service. And you may wonder that how will we start? That you don't have to worry. They are already doing, and as I told you, anything you want to learn what you should do, just go and watch how they do, and then you can pick up from there. Now it's getting late. See, breaking the myth, I am not a preacher. See, some people say, I am not a preacher, don't touch me. No, you don't have to be a preacher. You see, somebody may say, Moses, if you see in Bible when you read, he said, I am weak, I am frail, I am not qualified. Actually, when God calls you, God is not calling for qualified people. God is calling for willing people whom He will make qualified. By His instruction, God made him qualified. Similarly, no, even big preachers, even Prabhupada thought, my Guru Maharaj, all sannyasis and brahmacharis are living with you in the matha, but I am a grihastha with 5 sons. How can I serve you? That's what he wrote to his Guru. Later on, he became an international preacher, isn't it? So, you can share prasad, distribute books, support youth outreach, help financially, counsel newcomers, share transformation stories. Like in one yatra, one old Mataji, she's 82 or 83 now, she's unable to go for book table or preaching, she's crying at home. But she came up with the idea that I'll make some nice prasad and put in that ziplock, packet. So when they go for monthly once festival, she gives like 200 packets she gives. So sitting at home, she's distributing books. Because once this prasad goes, many people buy books along with the prasad, they take it. So everybody can assist in the service. So we just need a heart for service, that's all. The comfort zone is a spiritual danger zone, see. The comfort zone says, I am doing enough. It whispers, others will do the preaching. And it distracts with saying, let me settle at first. Once I am settled well, then I can later on preach. Like somebody is newly married, it takes 3 years for them to settle. By the time baby has come, another 3 years. After 3 years, second baby has come. Another 3 years. Then the first baby has come to 10th standard. Then another 10th, 11th, 12th busy also. Isn't it? Then after that, once they I have to travel with my son or daughter to settle them in a college. Go there. And by the time you have to arrange for the marriage. So, the waves of the ocean will never settle and you will never take bath. Body will be stinking if you don't take bath. Therefore, along with the waves only, we have to take bath. Gajendra also, along with the crocodile gagging his leg only, he offered archana to the Lord with a flower. Those who do that will attract Lord's attention. So, therefore, our spiritual advancement is tested by how eager we are to give Krishna to others. I think this fellow is eating, what is that, makana or something? Popcorn. Okay. He's waiting for auspicious time to arrive for preaching. So practical missionary engagement ideas for Grihasthas, many different ideas are given, as it was given before. Even if you start with just 2 hours per week, that's all. Start with just a couple of hours. You can do distributing books to youths and get the contacts. Or you can work with the team for distributing. For starting the youth preaching, we will plan about that. So comfort is not the goal, but service is the goal. Organize. Prabhupada said, organize, preach, save the world. Yeah. Thank you very much. Prabhupada ki. Yeah. So this song I am not singing, it's a long song it is, but I will take some points. Anybody would like to share something? Anybody?
We'll take few questions or queries.
You have a mic available, another mic, one more mic was there? It's not there, huh?
I mean, this is
Yes,
space.
You can speak loudly? Okay.
For one thing,
That's what.
no, actually, I don't. For one thing, I would like to see about this youth preaching. I know we have been talking about for the last couple of visits. Since we have probably the most elite crew here, I want to get some commitment from
Yeah.
devotees.
In
and
other
then-
places I have got
you can
15 to 20
actually-
names I have got.
Yeah.
I was in Austin.
Yeah.
I got about 20 names there. Here also I can note the names.
Yeah,
You can
that's
also,
that's why I wanted to, and
we
probably.
can, we'll give a clap of hands also for them.
And also, what I want you, what I would like to do is that maybe you can kind of do some online sessions for
Yes.
a few sessions to kind of get them out of their comfort zone and
Yes.
get them.
Oh,
started.
they all are already wonderful devotees.
Yeah, no,
Many of them actually have a little starting fear,
Right.
how it's going to be and all. But once they do, they become super confident because they already know philosophy. Many of them are Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav and all they're doing.
No, they're also a lot of them are doing the Bhakti Vrikshas and so forth. So
correct.
I mean, they already have some experience. It's
Yes.
just kind of the focus, targeted.
Correct, yeah.
That's the part that
Yeah.
we need to get.
You see, there is a university club is available, but apart from the club also, there are thousands of youths. In one university, we have like 25,000, 30,000, 40,000 youths we have. So,
And also we have enough universities, enough
Enough universities also, yeah.
Houston. I mean, we have Lone Star College in Spring. We have Clear Lake, you are in Clear Lake. I mean, we have so many,
Yeah.
it's not like there is only limited, only I have to go only to this university.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Abundant, opportunities are abundant. And the beauty of this youth outreach is 1 year if you do, next year it's the same thing you will repeat. It's very easy for the new batches. Many of our youth preachers, 2-3 years they do. Once the boys come to 16 rounds, then you can take Bhagavatam, CC, everything they will agree. They can take. The first year is like they are knocking out the electron out of the orbit, from the materialistic consciousness to spiritual consciousness. That's a difficult portion. And for that we have a very systematic procedure. Otherwise one is revolving in Maya circle. You have to bring a jiva from Maya circle to Krishna circle. And that is the first year we have a procedure which we have been adopting. And it has been successful in India and now in Brooklyn, Boston, Baltimore, Dallas. All these places have 30-40 youths now. Very active youths now. Here also they are going to...
So can we take the...
Yes, probably, yeah.
So, I know we haven't discussed, but maybe Radheshyam Prabhu, you, me and Prabhu, can we tomorrow?
Tomorrow,
But
9:30.
there's something there's a possibility. Because now in public, everybody, you raise your hand.
Yes.
No, at least we can get the interest, I mean, we can get the commitment
Yeah.
at least, so
Yeah,
that
so-
in front of Radheshyam Prabhu probably will be people will.
Yeah. We will just take the names. Later on we will have a meeting for those. Those who are... see, don't think it's a very serious commitment. If you just give the name, then you will be invited for the meeting where we will have further discussion about this, what we can do. It will be like a couple of hours in a week. It's like that, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, the names. Any of you want to give? I can just type the name. Oh, it's not coming. Yeah. You will start with the names of Srinivasacharya Prabhu.
Yes.
All of you give an applause for Prabhuji. Hari Bol. Anandeshwar Prabhu. Hari Bol.
You can put my wife's name.
Name you tell.
Sundari Radhika.
Hari Bol.
Okay.
Also sometimes Mataji's will assist in cooking prasadam and giving also for the program. They can also give the names.
Put Kalindi Mataji's name. She's helping us with the Friday cooking sometimes.
Hari Bol. Then, anybody else? Any Prabhuji's? Prabhuji's? Anybody else?
All right. Haribo! Ramnath Gopal Prabhu.
Thank you. Then? Yes.
No, not just like that, with enthusiasm.
Sundar Gopal Prabhu. You need to help.
Huh? Hari Bol.
Namananda Prabhu also said. He said it with enthusiasm.
Yes. Ramananda Prabhu.
Welcome. Oh, so you also gather contacts and all, and you can supply youths to this thing. Oh, very good name, Mataji. Prema? Prema Vinodini Mataji. Hari Bol. Yeah,
And also her husband, Namananda Prabhu, signed it.
they also do.
He wants to do it, he wants to get in.
Namananda Prabhu? Hari Bol.
There is a hand I see. Something. No?
Yes.
We need assistance in many different ways.
Yeah.
You know, there may be somebody going and teaching, you can help
Prabhu
him
is
with
the-
prasadam, so many ways.
Panduranga Prabhu.
Panduranga Prabhu.
Hari Bol! Panduranga Prabhu.
Wonderful.
They also need help with transportation. These students will not have.
This is like a family, preacher's family.
Yeah.
Everybody will do different roles they'll play. Those who can give class, others can assist in various ways. Yeah. Huh? Anybody else?
Rajanath Prabhu.
Raja?
Rajanath Prabhu.
Bhadranath Prabhu?
Raja Vinod Prabhu.
Raja Vinod Prabhu. Haribol. Anybody else? Left out?
We need youth.
Your temple has everything necessary. Just we have to just go out and get the people. That's all.
You can put Abhay Prabhu's name, he
Yeah.
assists us a lot.
Yeah.
Acha, Haribol. Yes.
Sashwat Akrur Prabhu.
Where is Shashwat Prabhu?
There.
Yes, Prabhu?
He's from
Haribol.
Yes, Naren Prabhu.
Is he here? Naren Prabhu?
Yeah.
Where is he? Ah, already is doing Haribol.
Murli Mohan.
Murli.
Murli Mohan.
Where is he?
He's there.
Ah, Murali Manohar Prabhu. ah?
Murli Mohan.
Murali Mohan Prabhu. Yeah. Haribol. You got a lot of names. Any Matajis further?
Matajis, we need Matajis.
Help, more help. Matajis can actually.
Alright, Kamal Priya Mataji, that's good. Another cooking, that's excellent. That's what we need.
Less pressure on Govindas.
Saraswati Mataji, you are empowered. You and your daughter, I mean your daughter is.
Yes,
Priya
Prabhu.
is already engaged and proper
No, but you-
mercy and 5 days already taking place
Is it? Eh?
internationally.
Yeah, her daughter Gopi Priya actually does the.
I wish I could have taken it, but Prabhupada already occupied me 5
Any
days.
of the Matajis are already reaching out to the unmarried girls? Anybody is giving classes here? Any of you? Already you may be giving online.
Online international.
You're giving? Oh, you should be included. Online also included. But online, is it in Houston? They will come to Houston?
No, I don't know because they travel. As honestly, Prabhupada, it's been going for past 9 years.
Really?
Many cities are engaged
Uh-huh.
and they are growing. So I don't know, the families, youth, everybody is doing around the world.
Oh, it's like a common program for congregation and girls. Everybody comes like that.
Prabhupada arranges all this.
Yeah. There are some preachers doing like that. For congregation, they are doing also. One of the reasons we are specifically targeting young people, unmarried people, because prior to marriage, if they get the foundation in philosophy, then like in Baltimore, we have almost like 12 to 14 girls who are 16 rounders now. You know, so when they get married, we are very sure that they will become very big, very glorious mothers.
There are many young people also
In that,
Prabhuji, but right now they're engaged with the local temples.
Okay.
And they're pursuing.
Wherever they are doing it.
And then further they may.
Yeah, and that is also good what you are doing. At the same time, one of the reasons why we are focusing on Houston, we want to see this temple get support. Because here a lot of big deities we have here in our temple, and temple is huge size also, festivals and everything. Over the years, we want to see the community increase also. Actually, all these youths will become eventually married and they will settle. 90% will marry, maybe 10% will become brahmacharis. Like that, isn't it? Thank you, we continue that. We will include her and preach her.
So include Gopi Priya Mataji, Gopi Priya, and Saraswati. And Harsha.
Harshita? Where is Harshita? Ah,
He's part of the Friday group and he brings his friends.
also, two Swarups are there, I put the name, correct, no?
Yeah,
Sahil and
Sahil.
Sahil and
Swarup. Oh, Halim. Halin, like Haladar.
Halil Swarup.
Swarup and Halin Swarup.
Yeah, brother. Yeah. You got good names, 20 names you have got. You can always later on you can have
So we'll just take a couple of questions if anyone has. Okay.
Also,
We will have some meeting with this group.
yeah, tomorrow we are having a special meeting with the Bhakti Vriksha servant leaders. So many of you already here. So this is a very important meeting that Prabhu wants to have with the Bhakti Vriksha servant leaders on how we can kind of focus on our service. So please, and Sundar Gopal Prabhu kindly agreed to host it in his house. So please come 4 o'clock, right? Yeah, 4 p.m. tomorrow. So all the Bhakti Vriksha servant leaders are
Already gave everybody. So it's getting late, I don't want delay. That's the prasad for all the devotees?
Yes.
You can announce it.